trees.
Well, Johnnie Mae Farm will host another tour tonight as part of Local Food Week.
Visitors will learn about the farm and get tips for growing food in urban areas. WANE 15's Allie McKibben is live at Johnnie Mae Farm to find out more about the tour. Good morning, Allie.
Good morning, Pat and Emily. I'm in the kitchen of the farm with James Wolf, the extension educator at Purdue Extension. James, thank you so much for joining with me. Now, this farm seems to have a really interesting history. Can you tell me more about what this building used to be?
Yeah, so this building was originally Firehouse Number 9 for Fort Wayne Fire Department, and that was until the 1950s, and then it's been used kind of as a community space, and then 10 years ago it was remodeled by the city, made into a commercial kitchen and the farm out back.
Now, what can people expect on this tour?
So we're going to start with the history of the site and what has gone on here and how food is connected to it. And then we're going to move outside and then talk about how we grow things outside and utilize some of our spaces in urban areas for food production here at a local level.
Now, considering this is part of Local Food Week, why is it important to have these tours during this week?
It's really important for people to connect to their food and understand where it comes from. It doesn't just come off a shelf at the grocery store. So being able to see what they can do in their own backyards and what we're able to do here and connect them to local fresh produce is always important.
Talk a little bit more about what people can do in their own backyards. I know you were going to give some tips on urban food processing.
Yeah, so you can grow a lot of things in your backyard. We have a pretty good window of time to grow a lot of different vegetables, even in small spaces like the backyard. And Purdue Extension can help people understand how to grow better. And then you can harvest that and eat it fresh out of the garden, or we have classes that help you preserve that food and be able to eat it all winter and all year long.
Can you talk about some of the challenges that people might face with some urban food growing? I know you talked about it a little bit when we were off camera.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one challenge is finding space to grow. And then after you find space, a lot of our soils here in urban areas aren't great because they may have heavy metals or they just don't have nutrients because there used to be houses on the ground. And then sometimes we have issues with just some of those accessory structures for larger operations like we've got here. And being able to build those sort of things to help with that.
But even with some challenges, why is it so important that you teach people how to grow food in their backyard?
Just so people can have access to fresh, healthy produce. It's not always easy to find a grocery store or find good fruits and vegetables to help people live healthy lives. So it's always important to teach people how to grow those vegetables or help provide those vegetables within the community.
Thank you so much for talking with me, James. Now, the tour will start at 6 p.m. tonight, but stay tuned to find out what else you may be able to see here. Live at Johnnie Mae Farm, Allie McKibben, WANE 15 News.